Your kindness isn't virtue. It's visible weakness. You call it confidence, but predators smell hesitation. Until your presence unsettles rooms, your prey pretending to be sovereign. Chapter 1. Destroy the comfort illusion. This chapter reframes confidence as a survival tool, not a self-esteem accessory. It dismantles the modern lie that confidence is about feeling good. The viewer begins to see confidence as controlled intimidation, not emotional comfort. Chapter 2. The Mechanics of Perceived Power. This chapter breaks down the psychological mechanisms behind intimidation, silence, unpredictability, emotional control, and tension management. It reveals how humans subconsciously rank dominance before words are spoken. Chapter 3. The Weak Man's Signals. This chapter exposes behavioral patterns that broadcast submission, over-explaining, nervous smiling, excessive politeness, seeking validation. The viewer sees how small leaks of insecurity destroy authority. Chapter 4. History rewards the unsettling. This chapter deepens the threat by showing how power figures, rulers, and strategists cultivated intimidating presence to maintain control. It frames intimidation as a historical survival advantage, not cruelty. Chapter 5. Engineering an intimidating presence. This chapter shifts into strategy, how to control posture, speech cadence, eye contact, emotional neutrality, and reaction timing. It replaces reactive behavior with calculated dominance. Chapter 6. Kill the need to be liked. This chapter forces identity death. The viewer must abandon approval seeking and adopt sovereign indifference. Confidence becomes a byproduct of detachment from validation. Chapter 1. Destroy the comfort illusion. You were taught that confidence is a feeling. It isn't. It is a weapon. Modern culture sold you a soft, diluted version of confidence. Affirmations, posture tricks, smiling more. Just be yourself. That version was designed to make you socially acceptable, not dangerous. Acceptable men are tolerated. Dangerous men are respected. There is a difference. You think confidence means walking into a room without anxiety. Wrong frame. Anxiety is irrelevant. Confidence is about how others recalibrate their behavior when you enter. Do conversations tighten? Do jokes soften? Do eyes adjust? That is the metric. Confidence is not internal comfort. It is external pressure. The weak man seeks to eliminate his discomfort. The powerful man studies how to create discomfort in others. Subtle, controlled, undeniable. Understand this. Humans are not equality-driven creatures. We are hierarchy-sensitive predators. Every room you enter runs a silent calculation. Who is safe? Who is risky? Who can be ignored? Who might retaliate? If you radiate harmlessness, you are filed under low threat. Low threat equals low respect. And you've been proud of being low threat. Polite, easygoing, agreeable, non-confrontational. You thought that made you mature. It made you predictable. Predictable men are manageable. Manageable men are never intimidating. Here is the lens shift. Confidence that intimidates is not loud. It is not aggressive. It does not seek attention. It withholds. It observes. It does not rush to fill silence. Comfort-seeking behavior leaks weakness. When you laugh too quickly, respond too fast, explain too much, you are unconsciously asking, "Am I safe here? Do you approve of me?" That question alone collapses authority. True intimidating confidence flips the polarity. Instead of asking whether you are safe, others begin asking whether they are safe with you. Not physically, socially, strategically, emotionally. You stop trying to be liked. You start being evaluated, and that evaluation is intentional. Here is the uncomfortable truth. People are drawn to certainty, but they are ruled by tension. If you are emotionally transparent and instantly readable, there is no tension. Without tension, there is no gravity. Without gravity, there is no intimidation. The comfortable man is light. The intimidating man is dense. Density comes from restraint. When you control your reactions, you create psychological weight. When you do not rush to defend yourself, you signal internal certainty. When you do not chase laughter or validation, you imply abundance. Abundance intimidates scarcity. Most men operate from social scarcity. They need approval. They need inclusion. They need reassurance. That need leaks through micro-behaviors, tone shifts, posture collapse, nervous energy. You may not see it, but others feel it. And humans respond to feeling, not logic. If someone senses you need something from them, acceptance, validation, agreement, you are beneath them in that moment. Hierarchies are formed in seconds. So destroy the comfort illusion. Confidence is not about eliminating fear. It is about eliminating visible need. You can feel anxious and still dominate a room if your behavior does not betray it. Power is behavioral discipline, not emotional purity. Stop chasing the feeling of confidence. Start engineering the perception of certainty, because perception becomes reality. When people cannot read you easily, they become cautious. When they become cautious, they become respectful. When they become respectful, they adjust. That adjustment is the first sign of intimidation. This is not about cruelty, it is about sovereignty. A sovereign man does not beg for psychological safety from strangers. He does not perform friendliness to secure his position. He enters, observes, calibrates, and speaks when it benefits him. Silence becomes strategy. Restraint becomes signal. Indifference becomes armor. And slowly, the room changes temperature around you. You are no longer seeking comfort. You are controlling climate. That is the beginning.
Chapter 2. The Mechanics of Perceived Power. Before you speak, you are measured. Not morally, not intellectually, neurologically. The human brain is a threat detection machine. Long before language, before ethics, before culture, it asks one primitive question. Where do I stand in relation to this man? This calculation happens in seconds. Posture, eye movement, breathing rhythm, vocal pace, micro delays in response. These are scanned faster than words. Power is not declared, it is detected. Most men lose status before they finish their first sentence, not because of what they say, but because of how urgently they say it. Urgency signals need. Need signals dependence. Dependence signals low leverage. And leverage is everything. Intimidating confidence operates through 4 psychological mechanisms: emotional control, unpredictability, calibrated silence, and controlled pacing. First, emotional control. The average man reacts. His face moves quickly. His eyebrows jump. He laughs at mild humor. He shows irritation instantly. His emotional transparency makes him readable. Readable men are safe. When people can predict your reaction, they relax. When they relax, they test boundaries. Small jokes, subtle disrespect, interruptions. They are probing for your limits. If you respond immediately, you fail the test. Delayed reactions create uncertainty. Uncertainty creates tension. Tension creates hierarchy. The man who does not flinch psychologically occupies higher ground. Second, unpredictability. This does not mean chaos, it means controlled variance. If you always smile when greeted, always agree when pressured, always soften confrontation, you become algorithmic. Algorithms are controllable. But when your responses are measured, not automatic, people hesitate. They cannot pre-script interactions with you. That hesitation is respect forming in real time. Unpredictability raises perceived cost. If someone cannot predict whether you will tolerate something, they think twice before trying it. Third, calibrated silence. Silence is dominance when it is chosen. Most men fear silence because silence exposes insecurity. They rush to fill it. They over-explain, they overshare, they over-justify. Every extra word is a negotiation for approval. The intimidating man speaks in compressed sentences, clean, final. No trailing explanations, no defensive tone. When he finishes speaking, he stops. He does not look around for validation. That stillness forces others to react. The one who reacts is rarely the one in control. Fourth, controlled pacing. Speed reveals psychology. Fast speech often masks anxiety. Fast agreement masks fear of rejection. Fast laughter masks social insecurity. Slow movements signal composure. Slow speech signals certainty. Slow turns of the head, slow nods, slow blinks. This isn't theatrical, it is neurological manipulation. Slowness communicates, I am not rushed, I am not threatened, I do not compete for space. Time pressure implies vulnerability. Timeless pacing implies dominance. Understand this. Intimidation is not aggression. Aggression is loud insecurity. True intimidation is the absence of visible pressure. When someone insults you lightly and you pause just long enough, their nervous system spikes. They wonder if they miscalculated. That moment of internal recalibration is power shifting. You do not need to threaten. You need to be difficult to destabilize. Here's the deeper layer. Humans associate emotional stability with capability. If you cannot be shaken socially, you are perceived as dangerous strategically. If you remain neutral under subtle pressure, others assume you will remain neutral under larger pressure. That assumption elevates you. Confidence that intimidates is emotional asymmetry. Others feel slightly more than you reveal. They speak slightly more than you do. They adjust slightly more than you move. Small imbalances compound, and once a hierarchy is established, it self-reinforces. People begin deferring in micro ways, tone shifts, softened challenges, subtle seeking of approval. You will not notice it at first, but you will feel it. The air becomes heavier around you. Conversations orbit rather than collide. Interruptions decrease. Eye contact lingers longer. Not because you demanded it, because you engineered it. Perceived power is never about size, volume, or aggression. It is about psychological friction. The more friction someone feels when attempting to move you, the more solid you become in their mind. Soft men are easy to move. Solid men must be navigated. That is the mechanism.